Hey guys, it's story time again. I'm going to read you another section of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling and illustrated by Jim Kay. Now, if you remember last time, now we're a bit into the book. If you remember right, we just found out that Harry is a wizard. He met Hagrid, who's the one who told him. Hagrid also told him what really happened to his parents, and they're about to go find his stuff for school. So, here we are, beginning of Chapter 5, Diagon Alley. Harry woke early the next morning. Although he could tell it was daylight, he kept his eyes shut tight. It was a dream, he told himself firmly. I dreamed a giant called Hagrid came to tell me I was going to a school for wizards. When I open my eyes, I'll be at home in my cupboard. There was suddenly a loud tapping noise. There's Aunt Petunia knocking on the door, Harry thought, his heart sinking. But he still didn't open his eyes. It had been such a good dream. Tap, tap, tap. All right, Harry mumbled. I'm getting up. Harry sat up, and Hagrid's heavy coat fell off of him. The hut was full of sunlight, and the storm was over. Hagrid himself was asleep on the collapsed sofa, and there was an owl rapping its claw on the window, a newspaper held in its claw, or beak, sorry. Harry scrambled to his feet, so happy he felt as though a large balloon was swelling inside him. He went straight to the window and jerked it open. The owl swooped in and dropped the newspaper on top of Hagrid, who didn't wake up. The owl then fluttered to the floor and began to attack Hagrid's coat. Don't do that! Harry tried to wave the owl out of the way, but it snapped its beak fiercely at him and carried on savaging the coat. Hagrid! Hagrid! There's an owl!
Hey,
Hagrid grunted into the sofa. What?
he wants paying for delivering a paper. Look, it's in the pockets.
Hagrid's coat seemed to be made of nothing but pockets. Bunches of keys, slug pellets, balls of string, mint humbugs, tea bags. Finally, Harry pulled out a handful of strange-looking coins.
Give 'em 5 knucks,
Hagrid said sleepily. Knuts?
little bronze ones.
Harry counted out 5 little bronze ones, and the owl held out its leg so he could put the money into a small leather pouch tied to it. Then it flew off through the open window. Hagrid yawned loudly, sat up, and stretched.
Best be off, Harry. Lots to do today. Gotta get up to London to buy all your stuff for school.
Harry was turning over the wizard coins and looking at them. He had just thought of something which made him feel as though the happy balloon inside him had got a puncture. A hole. Hagrid, said Hagrid, who was pulling on his huge boots. I haven't got any money. You heard Uncle Vernon last night. He won't pay for me to go to school to learn about magic.
Don't worry about that,
said Hagrid, standing up and scratching his head.
Do you think your parents didn't leave you anything?
But if their house was destroyed.
They didn't keep their gold in the house, boy. No. First stop for us is Gringotts, Wizard's Banks. Have a sausage. They're not bad cold. And I wouldn't say no to a bit of your birthday cake neither.
Wizards have banks?
Just the one. Gringotts. Run by goblins.
Goblins? Harry said as he dropped the sausage he was holding.
Yeah, so you'd be mad to try and rob it. I'll tell you that. Never mess with the goblinary. Gringotts is the safest place in...
And there's Hagrid sleeping on the couch. Beginning of the chapter. Let's go to the next page. Let's see what he says next.
Gringotts is the safest place in the world for anything you want to keep safe, except maybe Hogwarts. As a matter of fact, I gotta visit Gringotts anyway for Dumbledore. Hogwarts business.
Hagrid drew himself up proudly.
He usually gets me to do important stuff for him, fetching you, getting things from Gringotts. Knows he can trust me, see?
Got it.
Got everything? Come on, then.
Harry followed Hagrid out onto the rock. The sky was quite clear now, and the sea gleamed in the sunlight. The boat Uncle Vernon had hired was still there, with a lot of water in the bottom after the storm. How did you get here? Harry asked, looking around for the boat.
Flew.
Hagrid said. Flew?
Yeah, but we'll go back in this. Not supposed to use magic now I've got you.
They settled down in the boat, Harry still staring at Hagrid, trying to imagine him flying. Seems a shame,
Seems a shame to row, though.
said Hagrid, giving Harry a sideways look.
If I was to, speed things up a bit, would you mind not mentioning it at Hogwarts?
Of course not, said Harry, eager to see more magic. Hagrid pulled out the pink umbrella again, tapped it twice on the side of the boat, and they sped off towards the land. Why would you be mad? Why would you be mad to rob Gringotts?
Spells, enchantments.
Said Hagrid, unfolding his newspaper as he spoke.
They say there's dragons guarding the high security vaults, and then you gotta find your way. Gringotts is hundreds of miles under London, see? Deep under the underground. You'd die of hunger trying to get out, even if you did manage to get your hands on something.
Harry sat and thought about that while Hagrid read his newspaper, The Daily Prophet. Harry had learned from Uncle Vernon that people liked to be left alone while they read this. But it was very difficult. He'd never had so many questions in his life.
Ministry of Magic messing things up as usual,
Hagrid muttered as he turned the page. There's a Ministry of Magic? Harry asked, before he could stop himself.
Of course, said Hagrid. They wanted Dumbledore for minister, of course, but he'd never leave Hogwarts, so old Cornelius Fudge got the job.
Here we are, Hagrid and Harry, scooting across the ocean on a magic boat. He looks awfully silly with that tiny little umbrella, doesn't he?
Bungler if there ever was one, that Cornelius. So he pelts Dumbledore with owls every morning, asking for advice.
But what does the Minister of Magic do?
Well, their main job is to keep it from the muggles that they're still witches and wizards and up and about in the country.
Why?
Why? Blimey, Harry, everyone be wanting magic solutions to their problems. No, we're better off leaving them alone.
At this moment, the boat bumped gently into the harbor wall. Hagrid folded up his newspaper, and they clambered up the stone steps onto the street. Passers-by stared a lot at Hagrid as they walked through the little town to the station. Harry couldn't blame them. Not only was Hagrid twice as tall as anyone else, he kept pointing at perfectly ordinary things like parking meters and saying loudly,
See that, Harry? Things these muggles dream up, eh?
Hagrid, said Harry, panting a bit as he ran to keep up. Did you say there were dragons at Gringotts?
Well, so they say. Crikey, I'd like a dragon.
You'd like a one?
Wanted one ever since I was a kid. Here we go.
They reached the station. There was a train to London in 5 minutes' time. Hagrid, who didn't understand Muggle money, as he called it, gave the notes to Harry so he could buy their tickets. People stared more than ever on the train. Hagrid took up 2 seats and sat knitting while looking at what looked like a canary yellow circus tent.
Still got your letter, Harry?
He asked as he counted stitches. Harry took the parchment envelope out of his pocket.
Good, said Hagrid. There's a list there of everything you need.
Harry unfolded a second piece of paper. he hadn't noticed the night before and read Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Uniform. First year students will require 3 sets of plain work robes, black, 1 plain pointed hat, black, for day wear, 1 pair of protective gloves, dragon hide or similar, 1 winter cloak, black, with silver fastenings. Please note that all pupils' clothes should carry name tags. Set books. All students should have a copy of each of the following: The Standard Book of Spells, Grade 1 by Miranda Goshawk, A History of Magic by Batilda Bagshot, A Magical Theory by Aldebert Waffling, A Beginner's Guide to Transfiguration by Emmerich Switch, 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi by Felida Spore, Magical Drafts and Potions by Arsenius Jigger, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by Newt Scamander, The Dark Forces, A Guide to Self-Protection by Quentin Trimble, Other Equipment, 1 cauldron, pewter standard, size 2, 1 set of glass or crystal files, 1 telescope, and 1 set of brass scales. The students may also bring an owl or a cat or a toad. Parents are reminded that first years are not allowed their own broomsticks. Can we buy all this in London? Harry wondered aloud.
If you know where to go,
Said Hagrid. I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll try to remember to do a reminder from this point forward in case somebody forgets what happened, because we are getting kind of far in. It's getting hard to remember. Hope you enjoyed the story today. I know not much happened, but little by little, we're going to get through this. So, be good, and remember to always be kind.